Hey guys, welcome to another video of Let's Speak Food, which is your weekly dose to the world of processed food. And I know some of you would be saying in comments that you don't make videos weekly. And for that, I have just one thing to say. I'm a liberal and my balance is tilted toward lazy most of the times. But today I'm here, so let's get started. So as I said in my last video, today I am bringing to you a great debate in the food industry.
Why can't you stand up for 50 percent? Why can't you?
Which is the debate of ice cream versus frozen dessert. Now this thing is very close to my heart and sometimes I don't even know why I would not choose frozen dessert over ice cream if I'm not getting one. And back home, even my parents get irritated because of my fuss over it. But today, I'm going to keep my personal vendetta aside and give you some technical information.
You serious?
So first of all, both ice cream and frozen dessert, they have a lot in common. Both of them, they are a food category which is characterized by normally being aerated and eaten while it is frozen. And if I talk about the process, that is also same for both of them. The process by which they are manufactured. And when these products reach the market, the consumers find them in the same kind of packaging. Therefore, as a consumer, you hardly notice what is what. To drive home my point, I went to the nearest supermarket and I have taken a lot of pictures of these frozen delicacies. You can have a look and in the comment section you can tell me if you are able to spot the difference of one being an ice cream and other not. So with the hope that it was not easy to find out, now let's have a look at the differences. According to the Food and Drug Administration of US, an ice cream must have a minimum of 10% milk fat and should be devoid and must not contain any non-dairy ingredients like vegetable oil. And hence in these markets, the frozen dessert, it refers to the products which contain non-dairy ingredients like fat and protein for plant sources. However, in Europe, the Euroglaces code for edible glazes, it provides a much broader definition for ice cream and considers it as an aerated emulsion, therefore it contains fat that is eaten frozen and therefore can contain both dairy and non-dairy ingredients. And therefore in Europe, they distinguish the milk fat containing products by referring them as dairy ice creams or crème glacées as in French. Companies in Europe and the food safety agencies in Europe, they basically support this criteria on the basis of allowing innovative reformulations and reducing saturated fat, which basically they say it is for the benefit of the consumers. While the chaos in relation to this topic in India is evident from the article published on Boom website, I have added the link in the description, you can check it out. And basically, according to the regulations, the definition for ice cream and frozen dessert in India is similar to that in USA, and therefore if a product has to be called an ice cream, it must be made out of milk fat and dairy ingredients and must not contain any vegetable oil. However, companies like Vadilal and Hindustan Unilever with the brand Quality Walls, they have been pressurizing the Food Safety Agency in India, which is FSSAI, to take out this regulation, and this friction has been going on for years. Now let us have a look at the products I showed you earlier. And since they are European products, remember the term frozen dessert does not imply. And what you will notice is that only a few of them are dairy ice creams and rest of them are having vegetable fat. And even the most costly brands like Häagen-Dazs, which are known for their premium ingredients, they use vegetable fat. Okay, so this is the information I wanted to share with you. But I still haven't shared my concern with you, which is basically why as a consumer you must know the difference. Okay, so let us have a look at that now. Now, when you go to the market to buy these products, as a consumer, one thing that you will notice is that the price is pretty similar. So if the only difference among these products is the presence and absence of milk fat, you basically are paying more for an ingredient which is of low quality and cheaper. And by low quality, I'm implying the difference in mouthfeel among these fats. Further, for most of the consumers, ice cream means something that comes from milk, and therefore addition of vegetable oil is kind of misleading the consumers. And lastly, if the concern is to reduce saturated fat as consumer wants it, then it should be declared on the label, so that you are not portraying a product as something it is not, and you're allowing the consumer to make an informed choice. So guys, that's all from me in this video, and I hope you are well and your families are well and you're following the social distancing norms wherever you are. And if you like to share your thoughts on this topic, then you can do that in the comment section, or you can even DM me in Instagram because I reply faster there. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. So see you in the next one.